Hey everybody, Catherine here. Today I am packing up for a multiple day backpacking trip, which I will be starting tomorrow. I'm super stoked about this trip. It's one I've been interested in for a long time and cannot wait to hit the trail. I am recording this today in a public campground. My rig is right here. I'm camped not too far from where I'll be leaving for this trip tomorrow. And there is a lot of noise. I have people parked around me, camped around me, and there is a road behind me. I am using a Rode Wireless Go mic with a little dead cat on it for the very first time, and hopefully it's cutting out a lot of this outside noise, I'm hoping. By the time this video goes live, I'll actually be on the trip, so it'll be a couple days before I am able to read your comments. Technically, we will be spending 6 nights out on the trail. However, the first night is only going to be about 1.5 miles in, and we'll camp at a campground before officially starting the trail on day 2. That does mean though that I do have to pack enough food for 6 nights and 6 days. What we'll be talking about today is what I'm packing for that trip, and here it is right in front of me. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my sleep system. I will be bringing my Big Agnes Roxy Ann 15 bag. It's a 15-degree bag. To be honest with you, I'm not real thrilled with this bag any longer. It really doesn't keep me as warm as I would like. I'm a very cold sleeper, and I get into temps sometimes in the 20s, and I'm cold. I'm very cold. If any of you have any suggestions on better bags, which I'm sure you do, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, because I am definitely thinking of switching out this bag. My sleeping pad is a Thermalite Neo Air X-Therm, and it has an R value of 5.7, which means it is the warmest Thermarest sleeping pad on the market. So this helps out a lot. It's a great sleeping pad, and I would highly recommend it. I consider this somewhat of a luxury item, and it is a Sea to Summit Eros pillow Ultralight. It is a very light inflatable pillow and just a few ounces, and it's worth it for me to get a good night's sleep, because I believe getting a good night's sleep on the trail is very important. My shelter is a Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2. I've had this tent ever since I started backpacking, and I love it. It is very lightweight. It is a 2-person tent, and I actually do enjoy having a 2-person tent. I like to be able to bring all my gear into my tent at night, including my backpack, and this gives me plenty of room to do that. Also, if you need to share your tent with somebody in a pinch or emergency, you have the room to do so. Next, I have my bathroom kit, and I keep it in a little stuff sack, and I carry a Deuce of Spades trowel. This thing weighs 0.6 ounces. It's about $20, and it is a lifesaver. I would highly recommend getting one of these. It cuts through rocks and roots, and it has been an invaluable tool. Of course, I carry toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and also wipes. In front of that is my electronic stuff sack, and in that I carry a knife, which is not an electronic, but I do carry a nice knife with me. I carry some pepper spray, and also put in my headlamp. I have just a black diamond headlamp here. My battery bank for recharging my devices. This is just an Anchor battery bank. Extra batteries for my camera, and various cables for charging my devices. And now I have this extra little pouch that houses my microphone system that I have here. I also carry this Garmin Inreach Mini, but that I carry on my person. It is attached to my pack. This is a GPS device and also an SOS device. It allows for 2-way messaging, so I can text my family or people that I have on my list, or anyone actually, and let them know that I'm okay. I can text a custom message, or I can just go ahead and send out preset messages. There are different levels of subscriptions that you can get, and I believe I've got one that allows for 40 texts per month. This is really important, and I have a little bit of peace of mind knowing that I have this, and so does my family. Moving on to clothing. We are expecting really nice weather on this trip, so I'm not going to be having to carry a lot of winter clothing, thankfully. The lows are going to be in the 50s and the highs in the 60s, and it looks like there is no rain in the forecast, which I am stoked about. So what I'll be bringing is just my sleeping clothes. I tend to wear the same hiking clothes every single day, so I only usually carry extra sleeping clothes, and that consists of a beanie, and some long johns and some sleeping socks. I do bring extra pairs of undies for every day and one extra pair of hiking socks. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this pair of light gloves because I do get chilly in the morning, and even though it's gonna be 50 degrees, to me sometimes that feels a little bit chilly. So just gonna bring those. They don't weigh a lot. I haven't decided if I'll be bringing any rain gear or not. If so, I might just bring my jacket because we are expecting some winds, and actually I think on one day some pretty high winds, and this works as a really good windbreaker. So I may bring that. If not, I might just go ahead and bring this cheap poncho just in case of emergency. And of course, I always bring my puppy. You always got to bring a puppy, no matter what. For my cook kit, I have been using an MSR pocket rocket for quite a long time, and they're very lightweight and very effective. My pot is a Toaks 700 milliliter titanium pot. This thing weighs nothing. It is so lightweight. I love it. I absolutely love this pot, would highly recommend it. I don't believe they sell them at REI. I got mine off of Amazon and they are very reasonably priced. Highly recommend it. Of course, a lighter and my fuel canister. I have a long-handled Spork and it is a Sea to Summit titanium Spork. It's really useful for digging into those dehydrated pouches since they get very deep, and so that you're not getting your whole hand in there. Love it. For water filtration, I have been using this Catadine Be Free just little pouch. You can either just scoop up water and drink it right out of here, or what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put my dirty water into this 2-liter platypus bladder and keep that at camp, and then go ahead and pour it into here. I'll also fill this up sometimes as well, and that seems to be working out for me. I do also bring some Aquamira tablets just in case my filter fails, just as a backup. I also like to carry a Pac Towel that can be used to either dry my body off if I'm washing up, or to clean dishes or dry dishes off, or even sometimes my tent if I have some condensation. They are very quick drying and very lightweight. There are a lot of crows flying around here and they like to make a lot of racket. This is also mountain lion country as well. For food storage, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my Ursack on this trip, and also I like to bring a lock sack, and this prevents scent from escaping your food. So these two things combined make a pretty good food storage system. Now, like I said, I'll have about 6 days worth of food. I do also bring a toiletry kit with just all your standard toiletry items, and a small first aid kit, which I think I need to actually review today because I think some things are expired and I might have to switch some things out. And lastly, and most importantly, my backpack. All of this stuff has to be carried somehow, and it all goes into my backpack, and that is my Osprey Aura 65. I've had that since I started backpacking. It's getting a little bit of use and wear and tear and some little rips here and there, but it is a great pack. I know there are other packs on the market that are much lighter, and I eventually may switch, but I figure I'll wear this one out until it goes no further, and then maybe go ahead and upgrade at that point. It's been a great pack. I love the way that it distributes the weight. Even though it's a heavier pack, it really makes the load on your back feel comfortable and as light as possible. It's just a fabulous design in my opinion. That is it. I get a lot of questions about what I carry, and I thought some of you might find this interesting and useful. Super excited about getting on this trip, and I'm really excited to share that adventure with you, so look for that coming soon, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.